see. All right, let's do that. I think USD NOK is first. Cool. All right, so we're gonna start with USD NOK, which is Norwegian krone, and then UK, then NZD USD. All right. Yeah, I believe you asked me earlier about this one, Gagan. So
yeah, I just wanted to have your view on this. I was going through all the pairs, so
sorry, could you repeat that?
I just wanted to see your opinion on this pair.
Okay. Yeah, I believe it is also one of the exotics as well. I have never traded it myself, but I've seen a lot of people trade it. So if you look at it on a weekly, I mean, this is the next level. But like, if you see here, it did approach major like supply zone and weekly support. So I believe, like I said, this week it will really determine whether this will break the uptrend and probably close underneath this support line. But I would, even though it looks really bearish for the past 4 weeks, it might show some retrace finally, especially because it's like the key zone right here. We can mark it up. Let's just use the same color. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean it's been uptrend since March 2018. So 1 year and 9 months. It has had, like I said here, major pullback. I mean, we can measure it with the fibs too, just to see if it's going to show rejection. Yeah, so right now it's, see how 61.8. I gotta change the coloring on this too. Let's do that. The major ones, where's 50 and 70. Okay, here we go. All right, let's do something that will be visible. So you see how here, from this impulse move, it made back to 61.8 right now, which, you know, has a lot of confluence here to make, you know, case for the possible buy, because 61.8 also aligns with the weekly support, and it's at you know, testing the trend line right now. If you go on a daily, yeah, see right here. Let me just change this to this. There we go. All right, so right here, it's really going to be crucial to see this week what it's going to do, because there's a lot of confluence for this possibly to at least show some you know, pushback to the upside, maybe test. Let's remove the fibs now. Maybe test this daily level right here. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe if there is any dollar news this week, we'll have to see.
Trying to make that. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, so maybe it could, you know, pull back some more, but it could be also the turning point. even though it's been heavily bearish. It could show some reversal from this. I mean, even if it goes back to just test this, it's, I mean, I guess that's almost 1,000 pips.
Right. So that's what I was looking at this pair as a potential of like at least 600 to 800 pips easy if it takes a U-turn.
Yeah, it definitely could, because like it hasn't broken the uptrend yet, and it's a weekly, so and the support here is really strong. So I would definitely watch this zone right here, see what it does. Let's just change color of that so we can see it better. There we go.
And do you think this pair moves with USD CAD, or is it totally independent?
I mean, it's exotic, so I mean, I believe it just mainly it's based, since it's USD tied, based on the USD, and USD has been weak, so it looks like it's more. I mean, exotics are just like by nature more volatile. I mean, if you are okay with the spread on it, and I would usually, if I was trading them, I would really just look for swing opportunities with them.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Maori, yes, we do. I do use fibs. Fibs are very crucial. I use them to determine where the retrace ends and, you know, possible next targets. I'll have the training on fibs too, but you can, if you have time, I'll go over it, but you can also watch any of the recordings. I have, you know, explained them multiple times. So yeah, I would expect some turnaround here, to be honest, at this current level. So we'll see what it will do. It will be like if you go on a smaller time frame, like, I mean, you can usually look for a really good risk reward. It could possibly drop some more, like another, what, 170 pips. But if you are swing trading, you know, the target would be, like we said, like almost 1,000 pips. And I mean, depends if you want to enter it now or you want to wait for it a little bit more to actually reach the weekly support and put the buy limit there, with, you know, with a smaller stop loss. Like I would put it like underneath here, just to like a safeguard. But I would expect this to turn back up. So that's for USD NOK.
All right, thank you, Ernest.
No problem. Let's see USD CAD. Remove drawings. Well, let's see this. Yeah, I believe this is setting up for a big fall next year, to be honest. Let's see. So current support, it did broke out of this uptrend. You should have a designated fib session. Sure, we can do that. Use the JPY, do that one. Okay, we'll do that, brother, after USD CAD and NZD USD. And Franco, we will do EU. Definitely we'll go over that. So here, Gagan, if you see this, it really, what it does, I'm just gonna mark it like this. It's been ranging after this.
Hey, looking at God.
After the break of the weekly uptrend, it's been ranging here. So
let's get in it.
Sorry, what's that? you're looking to buy. I mean, you could buy it once it reaches 1.30100. If this support holds, you can look to buy it there. So anywhere like in this supply zone, because it is you know, decent support there. But like if this breaks below, like I would definitely target some of these lows. So this will be like a great swing opportunity. I mean, definitely to this level, which is 1.25, 120. And that would be like 500 pips swing trade. But it could also make that move, like you said, respect this once again, maybe test this high here, which is like right there. It could do that move once it breaks out of this range that is in right now. So if you are looking to the for the buys, I would you know, look on a smaller time frame here, see if this will, you know, show some rejection. I mean, you could take a little risk with the buy limit at 1.30400 and maybe do like 50 pips stop loss. But if you see the momentum continue strong like that, which is like a really nice bearish momentum, then I would wait for the break of this zone and validation, so you can continue holding it. Because if that breaks, it will keep dropping a lot. Let's see this counter trend. So it could, I mean, it could bounce from here and target that. I don't know if this will be like 2-3 week move, to be honest, but you know, I mean, I would personally buy it if I see rejection here and hold it. I don't have problem holding. But like I would really prefer break of this, or after this buy, see if it rejects this counter trend line, or maybe test this high, so add sell positions. Because honestly, see dollar getting weak for the next year. I believe DXY will you know, keep falling. So I wouldn't look for like a swing buys. I definitely don't see this high over here getting reached next year. I believe we will, you know, head down from here. So that's my opinion on it, Gagan.
It's all women but me, and all they did was talk about sex. I mean, I'm not a prude or anything, but
oh, cool, Romania. Where did you enter?
What's happening? The boys went in.
in yoga, there's this position or pose called the dolphin. I'm listening. Go on.
Could you tell somebody to turn down their volume on the?
Yeah, guys, please, if you have background noise, just mute yourself. If you want to speak up, feel free to unmute so everybody can hear. Romania, or Romania, sorry if I don't pronounce that right. Where did you enter, sell?
Oh, sorry. I entered at 1.30750. So I pretty much just entered.
Okay, so what made you enter now after it already dropped this much?
Because there was a break of, I had a support line at 1.30800, and pretty much I see it going down below that. I was selling it all last week, pretty much, but I just made another entry.
Oh, okay.
Because I closed up because I didn't hold over the weekend.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you have any other entries on it, or that's your only entry?
That's the only entry.
Yeah. I mean, it's about to approach, you know, strong supply and support zone. So I would monitor that because you really wanna. This is why we do like you know, analysis on a higher time frame, so you can hold good entries and have, you know, less risk. Because I mean, you could hold it for like 60 pips because I believe this zone will be reached, and if anything it will turn around from this zone, but like this is why we look for like a breaks and retest, like to see how, well, once it broke this weekly uptrend, came back, retested, and this is where you start adding cells, and then you have, you know, lower high, you add another cell, and then it made like head and shoulders, so you add another cell on the right shoulder, and then you hold it, and this is where you would TP. Once you see that it rejected the zone that was previously formed as a support, that's when you start buying, because like look your potential once you buy from here. You even up 264 pips. So this is how we project and catch big moves in a market. And that's why
Okay.
I want to teach you that, guys, because it's really simple. It just takes a little patience and analysis. But I mean, you know, you can remind me to check this for you, but like I would really, me personally, I would be interested to see what it does when it reaches this you know, zone here.
So you're saying we have another 50 to 60 pips to go?
To go down, yeah.
Okay.
So I had sell 2 but closed on Friday. Okay, well, I mean, that's good, Gagan. You know, you always wanna, you know, book profits, because you will never go broke taking profits. But it does have, you know, good potential to drop some more. Like I said, maybe 60 more pips, and then we will see from there. Let's see here. Yeah, it definitely gonna drop another 60 pips. But like for me, because I was not in it, like I would wait, like I said, reversal for a buy or breakout. If it breaks this zone, it will drop 500 pips at least. So there's no doubt, because look at those low, they need to be tested. So first TP would really be, if anything, to be conservative, it would be 130 pips, and then second would be 240, and then the third TP would be 500 pips.
Yeah, the only concern I see here is if you look at the oil value, it has been going up in the last 3-4 weeks, and it should correct very soon, and this should basically retrace USD CAD at least to 1.32, in my opinion. I mean, it definitely can go 50, 60 pips down, and which is the reason I'm very conservative on adding buy positions there.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, so another thing, guys, for you who might not know or who are first time on the call, so this is another very important lesson, so pay attention to it. So every time you have you know, structure on a larger time frame, and it's either at the trend line or strong support, strong resistance, and you see it testing it. So we had one test here, 2 taps, and this would be the third tap, right? So I personally don't expect it to break on the third one, but every time after the 3 tests or rejections, if it comes back down, you can expect break. That is just the market rule, how market works, and one of the patterns. So for the third time, it usually doesn't happen that it breaks, you know, support or resistance, but every other time. So if we get this rejection here and we go back to test this counter trend line or maybe this high, and it starts dropping back down, you could expect it on the 4th retest that this will break through, right? So just keep that in mind, because that's really how, you know, the price works. You know, we have, you know, accumulation, and probably some people will be interested to, you know, sell higher, especially institutions and banks, so they might push this market back up and, you know, stack the sell orders here just to, you know, accumulate the momentum to finally break below and keep riding it back down to, you know, some of these lows right here. So yeah, I mean, right now, I do believe this will be the third rejection from this supply zone, and we probably will head higher. But if it breaks and confirms as a new resistance, I would be happy to write this down. So yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's on the watch list, so I'm gonna add alert here. Let's set it for the 10. So I added alert there. It will let me know once it reaches this level, so I can watch it. So you wanted to see NZD/USD. Let's remove drawings. For bearish move. Okay, let's see. Oh man, look at this rejection right there. This is how you know, see where this is pure price action, you know. It shows you where the market comes, tapped back there, and it went up 500 pips. But let's see, it's still bearish downtrend. Let's see, you can find some resistance here.
I like the new color. It's really, you know, the graphs are really popping out tonight.
What's that, sorry?
Oh no, I just wanted to make a comment that I how you have the setup with the colors. You know, you change the background colors on the charts.
Yeah, I changed it just.
I think it's really helpful.
Oh, thank you, though. Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, let me just do something different now to, you know, stands out a little bit more, so people can actually, you know, see it better. Because like for me, it doesn't really matter. I know where I put my lines. I'm glad you like it, guys. So. So you Gagan, you said you're looking for the sell. Let's see on the daily. I don't think this is ready to sell yet. It might have a little more push to go. You see the momentum is still, I mean, even this week open really bullish. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th day of the bullish move on NU. I mean, it could look like a large cup and handle. So so if anything, we could get rejection, let's see, from this level here, right? So reaches that, which is another about 80 pips, 75 to 80 pips, and then maybe small pullback, and then head higher to test some of those weekly levels, right? Like a weekly downtrend, this trend line, and maybe this previous high. So obviously, yeah, it's a good, you know, for a watch list, but right now it's not yet ready for sell. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I'm actually watching this pair because I have never seen this pair making such a big move in last few months at least. And this is such a strong upside move and makes me feel the EN and GN pairs, they have been on a downside momentum since last couple of weeks. I'm sure you are watching EN and GN. These are your favorite pairs too.
Yeah,
so I'm expecting any time the bearish momentum on this pair can develop anytime because of some news or some bearish, maybe some negative New Zealand news.
Yeah, let's see. I didn't get to check news yet, so we can see if there's anything that could make a turnaround. So nothing today, tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting anything before second or third because it's a new year, it's holidays, nobody's trading that much.
I mean, there's FOMC on the 3rd, but that's just meeting, and ISM PMI. So nothing really major. I believe this week of the 6th we will start seeing something. But I believe like NZD, since it made a huge correction in throughout the their currencies, because they've been beat up, NZD and AUD, for the past pretty much 2 years, so they finally making a recovery and comeback.
Okay.
Yeah, and like you said, it's been lasting for quite some time now, a few weeks. But like with the uncertainty in USD and everything that's going on right now, this might continue a little bit higher before we actually see some pullback. But the pullback, I definitely agree, should be a reasonable amount of pips. Like even if it rejects from right here, it should pull back for almost like 200 pips.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching. I want to catch that move that happens.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, I really don't need to tell you much. You already are a really great trader yourself. So just a little more patience and see if we get the rejection from this previous high.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for this.
Yeah, but if you like I said, I mean, when you see it on like a daily, it could really form this, cup and handle formation.
And then 40 to 50% retracement of the cup.
Correct. Yeah. So that would be if we measure it right here. So, that might be like 290 pips, but at least 38.2. So the handle should be at least 38.2, which is still 225 pips.
Right.
Hey guys, just one more time, please. If you have a loud background noise, mute yourself for a moment, and so we can be a little not interrupted. And feel free to unmute yourself if you have any questions. Stop me at any point.
And that's what I had this week. I mean, you can go ahead with other pairs. I'm listening. I'm gonna put on mute, and then I'm listening to all your conversations.
Oh, okay. You're good. You sure that's it? USD
Yeah, that's it for
NOK?
me this week. Yeah, I don't have anything for this week. I'm watching these three pairs only. But if I have anything, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay. All right. So next was USD JPY. All right. Here we go. Let's remove all drawings and go on the weekly. Okay. So we had impulse move, consolidation. Let's see. All right, so USD JPY. Wayne, hey, Vidi, what's going on? Oh, you're welcome, Dania. And yeah, Wayne, we just, I mean, I go over any pairs you guys want me to go over, but yeah, I go over as many as I can just to show you guys my opinion on it and what you should look for. But like, I I don't think there will be much volatility, if any, because obviously we are approaching a new year, and the banks will pretty much operate at very slow pace. So if I see any trades, I definitely call them out. But we just wanna kind of get ready so that when the new year starts, we can catch these moves because the after all the banks and institutions are back and running, we will see some major moves. I definitely believe the year will start really well. But anyway, let's take a look here. So we are on the daily USD JPY. Don't really like that trend line, so I'm gonna take that off. So it could possibly move a little higher to test this downtrend. Let's see if we can find some daily resistance here. Don't really like that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I really don't like this resistance because it has a lot of breakthroughs. But for me to sell this, I would wait and see if we get a break from this current mini uptrend. The reason I call it mini is because the overall is the downtrend on USD JPY, and it's just look like it's making a impulsive move towards testing some highs here, so we can see if we're gonna get rejection either here or it might test some higher levels, which we have right there. And that will also align with the USD CAD rejection to the upside before we finally go back to the downside. So let's check this on a 4-hour. Yeah, the structure is really not pretty, like small impulsive, like when you see this, like came back here and then impulsive move, consolidated, instead of going up, it broke back down, looked like up and handle on a 4-hour, but it really didn't make the move to the upside, and then just sideways, 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 and then small impulsive move, sideways, sideways. So if this was the proper market pattern, this should have ended up going higher. So we had impulsive move, then we have all this accumulation here, accumulation going sideways, and if anything, this should have broken to the upside, right? Because this would be the impulsive wave right there, and then consolidation, and it should have continued to the upside. You measure this move from here to there and project it to the upside, but that didn't happen. It seems like it's breaking back down because DXY is falling, therefore dollar is weak against yen at the moment, and not the setup I like. So we go back again to the key skill, and it's being patient, right? Let's see if this fall, which is kind of aggressive right now on the 4-hour candle. This is really, really strong bearish candle. Let's see if we respect this again and then go back up. But as far as the structure. I don't like it. I would rather wait for the breakout and ride this to the downside, or wait for it to reach some previous highs and get the turnaround from that point to look for the larger move. So I would prefer something like this, either reject there and then look for the sell-off to clear this zone, which would be 600 pips. And I mean, you guys see it yourself. It's really not complicated. You just have to know where are the turning points in the market, where the price action can show you the prediction of the move before it even happens. You mind if I get your opinion on AJ or NJ? I don't mind. And what do I think about GU? Okay, we will get to it. We have to conclude USD JPY and then EU before we get to AJNJ and GU. So I got it. I'll definitely cover it all, guys. So USD JPY was requested by Visionaire. So yeah, bro, I don't know if you have any positions on this, but longer term, I believe this will make this move back to the downside. Because you see, there's nice wick there. If you roll it back up, it should be a nice swing trade back to 105 and possibly a little bit lower. Do you have any different view on it? You can unmute yourself. Oh, you're in a sell? Oh, well, where did you enter, bro? You can talk. I allowed. I mean, I didn't like prevent you guys from unmuting. I just asked them if they have background noise to mute it so we can all hear each other. Oh, no problem, Gagan. I'll see you, brother. Take it easy. Oh, he's back on. So, where did you enter the sell on UJ? Just waiting to see if we get the response. Hey, Visioner, can you hear me, bro? I think his connection keeps kicking him out. But yeah, for UJ, I would be a little patient, wait to see what it will do. Currently pushing back lower, but it could definitely get stopped out because there's a lot of traffic here on intraday volume, and look for it to go higher. I do favor move to the upside before this overall sell-off. And now we go to AJ and NJ. If you guys have any questions, please either type it out or unmute yourself and we can go over it.
Can we look at AU? Oh, are we looking at it? No.
AJ, yes, definitely. We'll take a. I just I just keep it fair, so whoever writes in and I go in that order. But
Okay.
we'll definitely take a look at AU. So thanks for letting me know.
Mm-hmm.
So we have here AJ. We missed that buy right there. That would have been great entry. Rejected and went up then. Went up 460 pips. Anyway, we can catch it back again. Actually broke that resistance. Let me just see it on the daily. Okay. So VD, I believe this will continue to rally further up. Definitely to at least, so definitely like 130 pips more, especially because it wasn't contained in this area. As you see, it already broke above it, and you could probably get the entry. We'll go on a 4 hour. You see how it broke this resistance, and now on a 4 hour, if you get this pullback to test this support at 76 200, this could be another opportunity to enter and keep buying it, possibly to 80.50, which would be like nice 400 pips. I actually favor this. I'm gonna add alert here. So create. Yeah, I mean AUD and NZD making a nice recovery. Yeah, after all of the flash crashes beginning of the year, all the pairs covered that week, and now they're going back up. Same happened with across JPYs and GBP pairs too. So yeah, this I favor this to the upside, to be honest. If I was to enter this, let's see, right there, stop loss would be, so if you are swing trading, it will be right there, and I would target at least this level right there, which is 345 pips. So here's my projection on AUDJPY. If we if we are able to keep this as a new support and it doesn't break below, entry would be right there at the support, 70 pips stop loss, and TP 350 pips, and it's 1 to 5 risk reward. And yeah, this would be swing opportunity, and you would probably have to hold it for few weeks because it doesn't have the volatility like gold or GBPs. But once you know where the pair is headed, you don't need to be anxious or keep checking your MT4 every hour, because this will not move 500 pips in 3 hours, because it's just not the volatility that this pair has. So that was AJ. I think you had NZDJPY next. Yeah, so NZDJPY. Let's see that. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty much the same structure. Let's see. This is almost at the trend line. Yeah, I favor the AUDJPY over NZDJPY because this is almost at the trend. So if anything, I would wait for possible breakout and retest. See if it will be retained at this level. And look for the buys. So that is one option. Second option would be that it will just reach the trend line and get rejected once again. But since NZDJPY looks a little bit better structurally wise, we could possibly see breakout and bullish run to those highs right there, right? So I would definitely be interested to see whether we get the rejection or breakout. I would favor breakout more, just because this whole structure could be due to finally breaking into the bullish market and bullish trend, because it has been in a downtrend for 5 years, right? So maybe it's really time for New Zealand economy to recover. The best option here would be to see, where is the arrow, to see this rejection come back down and then buy from there and hold the whole 2020. Like that would be, because this, I do believe we will get some rejection at least, since we didn't really had any pullbacks. It's been running bullish for, let's see how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the whole week. It's been on the rise. Yeah, we have some doji, we have hammer, we have another doji, but let's see if we can go a little higher and then get some retrace, which we could, benefit from. If you measure it from here, let's see, it stops there. Even if we get 50% retrace from this level, that would be 140 pips. So it would be nice to catch that, but like I said, I'm just gonna add alert here and wait for it, because right now there's no sign that this will fall. It rather looks like it will rise up some more. And usually AJ and NJ, they have correlation, and I definitely see NZDJPY going higher. So that was for AJ and NJ. Next is GU. All right. Let's remove. Let's see. Okay, so there's a major reversal right there. This is most likely, excuse me, this is most likely headed to that level right there. This is on the weekly at the moment. Let's switch on the daily. I think this will gain, sorry, again. I think this will gain momentum to break to the upside. It did reject it once, but I don't think this will go back below the support right here. Possibly even just come a little bit lower to test that level, if anything. So overall, I would look to buy this for like a long term. You can delete that. Because right here we had a turnaround, and like in the example that I was trying to show when we were on USD JPY, we had the impulse move, then we had this consolidation here that eventually resulted in a breakout to the upside, which is just how this pattern works. You have impulse move, consolidation, break to the upside. Yet the correction has happened back down, but like it just came back to test this previous support that was formed, and now it's going back up. I'm not looking to trade it unless we see the clear break back above this level right there, and we can hold, right? Because this was not proper breakout. This was just you know, weak breakout. We need the body of the candle to actually be formed above 1.33, and once we see that, we can definitely keep buying this long term, because it has potential to go up for 1,000 pips. And I do expect, once everything is said and done with the Brexit, that it will be bullish for GBP pairs. I believe they will all really go high. They had, you know, weakness recently because of all the political issues going on, and the two parties fighting and throwing stuff at each other. But I think this is inevitable that it will end up in a bullish run again. I don't know, are you currently in this trade, Maori, or do you have anything on GU?
I entered a buy. I entered a buy for GU.
Okay, at what price?
It's was 1.31085.
Oh, okay, so you are up 14 pips right now, right?
Yeah, should be 14 pips up.
Okay, so I mean that's a decent entry. So you pretty much entered. You said 31085, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you entered right there. Let's just delete this. Okay, so that looks like a really good entry if this keeps going up, and it should, because the market already opened really bullish. As you see, we opened actually right here, indecision bearish candle, and then we have bullish run. So yeah, I would definitely hold that. Once it goes like 20, 30 more pips, I would probably set it break even, just because you never know. It could be some unexpected news, any of the politicians from UK. But yeah, I do see this in a long run going up 1,000 pips. So
Okay.
so great job on that. So I'm on the same side like you. I don't know if you look to swing trade or you just intraday trade, but like in the long run, this will be bullish structure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm usually just like scalping, but I was looking to swing trade.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do scalping too and intraday. When I have more time throughout the day and when I'm just home, I would look for opportunities to grab like 30, 40, 50 pips. But what really takes stress away is once you are able to predict like the moves for the next, like, few weeks or few months. So that way, like, we knew, okay, we are on the daily here. We knew once GU comes back to this level right here, that this is really strong supply zone, right? So that is where we can expect the turnaround. So that actually happened, right? So look at this now. So we expected this turnaround for this to go back bullish. So your first entry would be right here, right? So you entered right there. Then we have a move and the pullback. So it started here to there, and look at it, perfect rejection off of 61.8, right? So there you go, you enter again buy. So you have two positions. Then we have, look at the impulse move off of 61.8. So you have one entry that is running with the current price 1,000 pips, and your second entry that is running almost 900 pips. So yeah, you had to wait for what is this? So this was September. So you had to wait, that's October, November, December, 4.5 months. But just on this one pair, you're up 1,900 pips. And
Yeah.
and you only had to check this chart maybe a few times in the 4.5 months. You see where I'm going? So
Yeah.
go ahead.
So I would leave the trade like running like for like few months or so, the same trade.
Yeah. So so what I'm trying to say, once you have idea where the market is headed, you have confidence to hold your trades, right? You don't need
Yeah.
to stress about all this, Brexit and the news coming out, because there's a simple saying like, technical traders, they don't really worry about fundamentals. And yeah, you will come across people who will say, oh no, that is BS. You really have to pay attention, to what Brexit will do. Well, why? Because you are currently up 1,900 pips. Like,
Yeah.
at this point, it's really okay. Am I still seeing this going further up, or I should just take profit? And some people don't catch 1,900 pips in the whole year, and you just caught it with the two entries on one single pair. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's really like, you have to like have certain like comfort zone, and trust your analysis. Some people were not willing to trade this until they look at this break right here. So okay, they're like, oh, this is still bearish downtrend, let me just wait more. But me personally, I would enter exactly where I showed you. So they wait for this breakout, and then they see that it actually is validated, and they will wait for this consolidation to be over and then buy, right? So they will put the buy stop right above there, and it went up, almost 500 pips if you count the wick, but then it pulled back. But
Yeah.
guess what? They are already late for that. You already have 2,000 pips running on your trade.
Yeah.
So that is the difference, like, knowing where to enter and what are the key reversal zones. Well, technically they are not late, but they are much later than you. because you've been in that
Yeah.
sell, 3 months before them. And now you
True.
just wait for this break above this zone, and you can just keep adding the buys until it goes to 1.43, which is another 1,000 pips. So if you still keep holding your initial 2 entries, you will end up with, what would that be? You will end up with
2,900 about.
22 on one position and 21 on another position. So you will end up closing
21.
almost 4,300 pips.
Yeah.
And we are talking just about one pair. There's like 40 more.
Yeah.
So that's shows you how being patient and knowing where actually the key zones are and where the price has failed for years to break, where you can get advantage from.
So for the swap, like the swap, like when they charge you for holding your trade, does it matter about your lot size or how much you're up and how much money you're up?
So that honestly depends on your broker. So depending which account have you opened with them, some brokers will charge you just based on the lot size, and some will charge you for the duration of you holding.
Oh, okay.
So it really depends which broker you have and how they go by with that.
And as I think the swap charges are mentioned in the broker's website. Some of the brokers, they have mentioned it there. I like the IC market, they have a separate site for swap charges.
Correct.
But to answer the question, it depends on the lot size because it's the interest rate between the two currencies.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Dilu, you end up breaking up, but essentially what he said, that's true. A lot of brokers will have on their website, like forex.com has 3 types of the account. So they will tell you, for every one lot size, it will be $6, example, right? And another thing that he added on was the interest rate between 2 currencies, right? So for the some currencies, you can have positive interest rates. So the longer you hold, the more money you make on them, right? Because if it's positive, then you're really not losing anything on your swaps.
Oh, okay. So you can make money out of just holding it too?
Yeah, I mean, you're making money regardless.
It's very small though. It's very tiny compared to your lot size and your profit is very, very small.
Yeah.
What was that again?
What I'm saying is it's very small. It's not very significant amount. But yes, you can essentially make money, but it's not significant.
Okay.
It's an interest difference. So if one currency has a positive interest and the other currency has a negative interest, it's basically the difference between the two currencies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if GBP has interest rate of, let's say, 1.25 and GU has negative 25, that's perfect scenario. So you just want to keep holding that because you are not losing on holding it for a long term.
Thank you.
Yeah. And considering the amount of pips that you are holding, it really is not gonna take away much from you.
Yeah.
Because remember, like once we know that this is gonna keep going high, right? If we know this is gonna keep going high, or we look for is where we can add buys. That's all of our concern. We look where the retrace ended and it's ready for another push up, and that's all you're doing. So you bought here, we bought here, then we bought on 61A rejection, then we are buying again here with the buy stop, and we're just gonna keep riding it.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, And that way, like, you don't stress, you don't need to check it like every hour, every day. And once you see where the market is going, you just look for additional entries.
When you look for additional entries, do you want to keep your lot size the same as the other ones?
Yes, you always want to keep your risk management the same. And the reason is because there's no 100% guaranteed for any trade. If there was, then a lot of people will making money and trade forex. And that's why we go off of the high probability. And the only key to success is, besides your analysis and being patient, is keeping proper risk management.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people, I have came across few people who are actually decent traders, but they still end up in a loss, and that's because they are not able to control their investment. Meaning, they will enter a buy, let's say here, and they will enter at, let's say, 1 lot, right? But then when it gets here, they're gonna add second entry with the 5 lot. But what if this turns around and comes back, closes your first buy, and now you're in a negative with the 5 lot position?
Yeah.
So that will kill you.
Yeah.
I know there's, obviously, there's a heavy opportunity and a lot of chance to make a lot of money really fast, but that's not the way you want to do it. And I can tell you that because I have tried pretty much anything you can think of in forex, and that's why my very first year of trading I ended up losing $14,000, because I have tried all different strategies. I have tried to over leverage. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the trade I'm gonna make a lot of money on, and I've been through all of that. So that's why I'm trying to not advise you to go through same. Yeah, it might take a little longer for you to really notice the difference. I mean, again, I'm not assuming, but just for sake of the example, depending what the account size you have, it might take a little longer to actually see the improvement, but it's actually the process behind, self-discipline, having confidence, seeing the winning trades, seeing your analysis play out, and, just sticking with the winning. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The money is just byproduct. And a lot of people join this, and it's nothing to offend anybody. It's purely just to, oh, I want to make money, money, money. But do you ask your question, do I know how to make money? Or I'm just going to rely on somebody providing me signals? Yeah, that's one thing we do. We will always, share our entries. That's something we are happy about. But the thing is, like, I want you to also learn it, because it's not like it's not rocket science, and even that you can learn. Is just like following simple rules, and it will make you it will make you really proud of yourself once you're able to do that. And then once you start making more and more money, then you can have time freedom, and if you want to, you can scalp all day, you can intraday trade every day, whatever you want to do. So it really, it's up to you. And for me personally, like I said, I would scalp an intraday trade if I really don't have a lot going on and I'm just at home chilling. I would look for it, not just because I have a need to trade. I don't have urge to trade nonstop and every day. I really don't. But because I want to, check the market, see if I'm able to predict the move, and then share that with others so people can make money. Because a lot of people have their jobs, have family, kids. So if I can spot something on and share for someone to make money while they're, giving a bath to their kid or whatever it could be, I would be happy to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
But this approach will take a lot of stress away. So, and on top of that, like you guys have pretty sure all of you or most of you access to K2. So Sean does great job sharing trades all the time, and you can set up the alerts so you can be doing your thing, whatever it is, watch Netflix. If you are in school, do your homework, projects, assignments. If you're at work, you can get, the notification from TradingView once you set it up on your phone, and you're like, oh, okay, this is valid signal. Let me just enter this and, keep working on whatever you're working on.
Does it message you every time there's a valid signal? Like, is it like an alert, like an alarm?
So the K2, there was just alert right here. Okay, so it was on gold. So let me just switch the template. Not that. So here we go, K2 template, right? And let's zoom in. So there was a valid buy signal right here. So like it popped out earlier on my screen, it says XAU USD, which is gold alert. So you open your chart and then you get to this, right? So you see that there is a valid buy signal right here. The candle is a bullish hammer, and you have, valid trend meter. So you just enter, yeah, it is currently hitting resistance, but this will most likely, push above. And therefore this resistance will, adjust higher. And how long did that took? That took what, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
That's it. So, I mean, essentially you want to be efficient with this. If you spend like 10 minutes analyzing one pair, that means you are not efficient on it, right? You are overthinking, you are doubting your analysis. Like for me, like I open the pair and it really takes me like 2 minutes to see what's going on. But that didn't happen overnight. I'm trading for 2.5 years, right? So there's a process behind it.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Gus said there is a valid K2 buy signal on AU. Did I go over AU? I don't think I did I?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you did.
No, it was AJ. Let's take a look at it.
Wait a minute. I might.
No, there was. Actually, there was.
Oh yeah, AUD. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 hours ago.
Oh, but you didn't go yet.
Okay, so we'll cover it now.
Over it.
Yeah,
okay.
We're gonna do it right now. So yeah, definitely valid buy signal. It had a little drawdown of, let's see what it is, 6 pips, and it's currently up 8 pips. So yeah, definitely hold that, and let's take a look at it. Hold on. Oh, this will put it. All right, there we go.
I'll come back down.
Whew, look at that, man. Damn, AU shot up like what is the SpaceX? Shut up like crazy. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so that's not the low. This is. Yeah, we're going over AU now. Actually, this is close to the major resistance. So it has another 40 pips to go up, and then we could possibly see some rejection. Let me just take a look. So yeah, that signal that came out, I'm pretty sure it will reach the full TP. Yeah,
what's the take profit target you have on that?
For me, if I was in it, it would be 0.70400.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, definitely 0.70400.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. So I'm pretty sure it will reach that before any turnaround. I know I have here 0.70431, but just to round it up so it's easier to follow. The only thing here is it finally broke this downtrend, right? So if this current resistance that it's about to approach and test gives us breakout, this pair will go really high. We can be looking into taking this for another 400 pips to the upside. And that could be one of our early swings into the new year. And we can just keep adding on it and have no worry, because if the price breaks and closes above, this will go to 0.74. So trying to see who asked about AU. Oh, it was you or somebody else asked about AU, right?
It was me. It was me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, bro.
I've been in since Friday, and I was just gonna hold, see how long it was gonna go up.
You are in a buy, right?
Yeah, I'm in a buy.
Nice. Yeah, definitely another 40 pips. But possibly we'll see what happens once it reaches this resistance here. So we're gonna watch it on a smaller time frame. This is on 1 hour now. So yeah. I mean, it could, like AUD and NZD been really strong. But I wouldn't be surprised if it rejects this level and then gives us some pullback.
Right.
Which, let's see. Right there. And then after that happens, I mean, I don't know, depending where you entered, if you had a really great entry, you could maybe, sit out, be a little patient, see where this rejects. So as long as we get pullback anywhere, so this is one of the fib rules, right? If we get pullback to 38.2, 50 or 61.8, right? The next projection would be 618, which would be right there, 71,200. It will definitely reach that. Like that will give you another confidence to hold, and that this will break above. And once it reaches that, then obviously the price session closed above, and we can look for pullback to test, which this would turn then into the support, and then we can look for additional buy entries to hold this to 74.
Makes sense. I was trying to make sure I was good.
Yeah, you're good to hold this. It should go up 40 more pips, no doubt. It doesn't have like a crazy volume, but that's AUD pair, unless it's GA, but it really relies on GBP to kick it up. But like you see, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last 12 hours of bullish candles. And sorry, that's 4 hours. So that's 48 hours of continuous bullish pressure.
Right.
So yeah, that should keep rising at least 40 more pips. So yeah, Gus, I hope you did enter that, because it does look good.
I sure did. Yeah,
Nice.
I just entered it though. I didn't enter it when it actually, because the alert didn't come right when it was, at that entry. But I still took it now.
Yeah, I've been watching it for a while.
Yeah,
I just been waiting for it to break out where I had my line set.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, good catch, definitely good catch. That's all it is about. Like, you just have to be patient, wait for a good entry, and you have no fear. You just hold on to it. Right. And that's another thing, like, people miss out on a lot of money because they close trades early. and they don't know why they closed. They just see all of a sudden it starts turning against them. But maybe there was a news event that just caused them like to retrace. For example, right here, I know a lot of people panicked right here. I can guarantee you that. So we had a breakout and then in consolidated, and let's measure from here. So this is where the impulse started, and right there. So a lot of people, you know, they don't rely on you know, fibs, and they don't check where the retrace ends. So once they start seeing this making, you know, lower highs, they're like, oh man, this is gonna start turning back down. This was just the false breakout of the downtrend. But all you have to do is take your fibs, measure the impulse move, and wait for the retrace to end, and look at it where it ended at 50%. And remember what we said, once it rejects 38.2, 50, and 61.8, we target what? 618. Look at it perfectly. Wick would close your TP. And even if you didn't enter before a breakout from here to there, 122 pips. See, it's that simple. Like I'm showing you everything that, you know, that I'm telling you. Like it's really not complicated. And then let's say you decided that was your TP and you closed. So look at this. We have another impulse move right there. Started from here. We calculate the wick, and in this case, this is my another key level, 70.5, and it held there. And again, it will reach this 618, but that is not the rule. You really go off of 38.2, 50, and 61.8 to target 61.8. If it reaches 70.5, then you go only to 127. I know I have it marked -27. It's just easier for me to follow, but it would be you know, the fib extension. That's just how I have it marked. And from there, if we were just targeting to 127, another 133 pips. So you just had two entries of 120 and 130, 250 pips. And how long it took from here, this was December 10 to 27th. So 17 days, if you count weekends, which the market is closed, 2 weeks. And this is just one period, which moves slow. 250 pips. Plus,
yeah, I've been losing from I just started trading probably like August. So I've been losing just from hopping out. And then the market or it'll hit my stop loss and then go in the direction that I was expecting it to go. So
yeah, so that is exactly why I went over this, because this is like the simple market pattern. You have impulse move, and then obviously you're gonna have some correction, right? And all this is, people consider this now lower highs, and yeah, it's gonna go back down. No, it doesn't mean. This is just like a nature of the market. It does the you know, the retrace move. You know, you can put the parallel channel just to watch it. And so after that is said and done, you measure this move. So from here to there, 102 pips, right? So you know, once this breaks to the upside, it's gonna be, look at that, 102 pips, almost exactly. Look at that. And that's why it's important to learn how to you know, be able to understand the price action, because it really tells you what it will do. Like this was a bullish flag. The impulse move with the descending channel correction makes a bullish flag, and you expect breakout to the upside, which exactly happened. Yeah. So, but you don't have to worry, guys. I'm almost done making the academy for the price action, supply, demand, and everything. So you will be able to see and examples and practice it. So don't worry. But yeah, I would, like I said, I would hold it still and just trying to catch up with the messages. Okay, so I guess AU was the last pair for right now. What else you guys want me to go over?
You already looked at GJ, right?
No, we didn't do GJ, so let's do GJ. All right, let's remove this.
Let's do gold as well, all right?
Sorry, what's that?
Gold.
Gold? All right, we will check gold.
Yeah.
We didn't go over it yet. So let's
Okay,
do
cool.
GJ. All right. Well, GJ could be headed higher.
Yeah.
And we're gonna add this and go on a 4 hour. Shane, you're very welcome. Thank you for taking time to join us. All right, so here we go. Damn, look at that simple setup. I would wait to see some bullish momentum. I want to see break of 143.860. So maybe put buy stop at 144 with the stop loss at I would give it like 30 pip stop loss. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, so we need to break this level right here, 143.870, just to round it up. But I believe this will head higher. Let me just see something. Yeah, another break, keeps breaking higher. The simple reason is it broke this large downtrend, right?
Right.
It ended up breaking and then it came back down, retested. So it validated that it's currently out of the bearish market and starting to form bullish. Yeah, we did had that, you know, 2 crazy weekly candles, but all it did, it came back and retested this price action right here. You see,
Right.
the newly formed supply zone right there. And look at it, the wick. So if you had a buy limit, you would have been currently up 370 pips. 270, sorry. And now we just have to wait for some bullish momentum to break this up, and this will go high. This could be a really nice swing for the next year. Even if it only reaches to here, that would be, you know,
It still be good.
about 500-600 pips. But I would pretty sure it will test this high right here, which would be about 1,200 pips. So yeah, the price will definitely be retaining and holding here now strongly. So I don't know if, are you in GJ at all?
I'm not in, but I've been looking at it. I've been watching. So I was expecting it to go up too. So
nice, yeah. You just want to wait a little. I mean, maybe it falls back down to retest this again.
Right.
But like I'm favoring you know, long run. I'm favoring long run here. We just have to wait for some bullish momentum like I said, I would probably put the buy stop at like, let's say 144, 100, and give it maybe 40 pip, stop loss room.
Right.
And yeah, it should keep pushing up. I mean, we'll see. Maybe tonight during the London it happens. I'll be up because I like trading London and catching the moves, and that's another thing I'm gonna teach you guys too. The London breakout strategy. It's really simple and it's done on 1 hour. Let's see if we can find example. Well, we can make example. We don't really need to find one. So since we are on GJ, so essentially what 1 hour, what the London daybreak strategy is, you will, let's use this. So you count, so 3 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know, depending where you guys live, that will be midnight on West Coast, or if you are in a Central, it would be 2 a.m. Central time. If you are in Europe, obviously, it would be 9 a.m. So what do you want to do? You want to count last 3 1 hourly candles, which is currently, let's say, right here. And we starting from that candle, and now we are let's just assume we are about to have London open, so we will mark the low of the lowest third candle right here. So what do we look for? We look for the breakout. So this is our trading zone, right? So if you get a breakout, let's delete that. If you get breakout to the upside, this will keep going up. If it breaks below, it will keep going lower. So the way you trade it, you put the where's the arrow? You put the sell stop 10 pips below the current low of the previous 3 1 hour candles. So you put the sell stop and you put the buy stop above the high of the whichever candle is the highest in this box right here. And then that's how you catch that, because when the London market opens, all the volatility kicks in. It will pretty much force it in one direction. And that's how you catch it. And 8 out of the 10 times it will work out. I mean, even when it doesn't fully work out and doesn't reach like the full like it doesn't go to the next resistance, you will be catching at least 20-30 pips. Right. And once you're in profit, 20-30 pips, you put the stop loss at break even and let it run. But most of the time you will catch at least 50 to 80 pips. Most of the time. It's really simple and it really works well.
I might have to try that tonight.
Yeah, I will. Like I said, I will try to be up for London, and I will if I am able to stay up, which I'm gonna do my best to do. Maybe take power nap and get up. I will show that. I will do markup on it and just show example with you guys. It's okay. Really simple and it really works well. But again, it's gonna be December 30th, and will we have any volume or no? I'm not sure, but we should have some movement at least because it's a Euro session. The NIA, if I mean, we could. I'll try to be up, and if some of you are interested, we can do a London session as well. So it is a possibility.
Let's do it. Sounds good to me.
But yeah, so that's what I see on GJ.
All right.
I mean, it might be even rejecting right here, right now. So it could start, going back up from there. Again, if you measure the move, see 38.2. if it stops there, and then you target 61.8, and that would be 160 pips.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Franco, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yes, we will do EU. I completely overlooked that. So whoever asked for gold Romania, I will go back to it. I'm sorry, he did ask for EU earlier, and I completely overlooked it. I apologize. Let's do EU, and
That's fine.
and then we're going to gold. So EU. Then EU has been in some major downtrend, still is. All right, let's go on the daily. Well, we do have to find support here. So that we can get some more info. Yeah, I did broke, but false breakout. So I believe EU is headed back up. It's making higher lows, starting here, higher low, and now. But before it starts moving back up, we could get some pullback. Let's see, what did we had here? We are on the daily, by the way, for Euro USD. So this is where it ended. And look at this 50 rejection, and then we go again to 618. Like it's just repeating itself. That was 150 pip move. So that was first impulse move, ended right there, retraced to 50. Now we move fibs. Let's see. From there. So did 78.6. So just one more thing about the fibs, guys. So in the trending market, meaning we consider this currently uptrend, just for the sake of the example. The 78.6 level is the last level of the support, and the last level that you want to see the price hold before it breaks that trend. Meaning, if this is the uptrend and we start breaking below 78.6, it's time to get out of the all buy positions, right? Because break of 78.6 will indicate in 90% of the time trend reversal. So just keep that in mind. But here it held, and yeah, it did rally back up. Right now, I'm not sure if it will go any higher, because it is due to some retrace. And it is not really clear, because it did kind of broke this, so it's not relevant anymore. Yeah, it closed above it. So we could expect a small pullback of, let's see, another 20 pips, and let's see if the price maintains at 1.11800, and then we can look for additional buys, because I believe this will head back up. And the level I would be targeting to be a little bit more conservative would be 1.1300, which from the current level would be about 100 pips. And really what I would be targeting is 1.148, which would be 280 pips from this level. So that is my interest, because EU, it is due to, you know, recovery, at least testing some previous higher prices here, and possibly even, you know, recover at least all the way back to this downtrend. So yeah, I would like to see it test these previous highs. Well, to round it up at 1.15, which would be 300 pips from current level. But in a, you know, in a short run, it could retrace back down 20 pips and see if it maintains there, and you could look for the buys. Are you in this trade, Franco? And somebody else asked about EU too. Oh, okay, not yet. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean, right now, I personally wouldn't enter right now, just because, you know, it could. We are on 1 hour. Try to zoom in. It could fall back down, and it's already having the weak rejection, and buy it at a better price. And we're going to gold next. Gold here. Damn, gold is skyrocketing. I believe there was a buy entry also on K2. Let me see. Oh yeah, already TP'd. Yep. There's a buy right there, valid buy. And 32 pips. Nice. And now rejecting resistance. So let's take a look at it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see here. All right, well, gold obviously still in an uptrend. You see here, it had a major correction from this move right there. We are on the weekly, so if you measure it from there to there, see 70.5 rejection. So we could expect this to, in the near future, goes to, well, not really near future, but at some point in time, maybe go to 2000 levels. It has never been that high, but certainly, you know, it could test, what was this, 1900. But that will take some time. So let's focus on the current price. Here we have formed support. And we will have to target this high. Yeah, gold looks like it's headed high. The only thing right now is this will, and the current support, not that. So we had impulse move, consolidation, break to the upside. Here to there. Yeah, perfectly rejected 61.8. I mean, everything is pointing out for gold to keep rising. Maybe it is a time now to break towards, 1664. It will most likely reach 1556 this week. It broke to the upside, did the retrace to 61.8, broke the counter trend line. It's just one thing right now. It's a little challenging to find the entry, right? Because we could get some retrace on this, and it could retrace all the way back down here, right? Because this was the strong resistance once the price was below 1484, and for you to enter this now, it's not the preferable entry point. So let me explain that further, because it's almost in the middle of the zone, right? So our projection is for this to go to 1556, right? And from the current price, that would be, what is that, 42 pips. Is that right? Yeah, 42 pips, right? And our stop loss would have to be right here, 37 pips, right? So let's say it's 1-to-1 risk reward, which is okay. But me personally, I don't trade like that, right? I would like to see this come down and retest, and then get the entry here for the 71 pip with the stop loss of what, maybe, no, oh man, I'm actually zoning out on it. Let's go back over that again. So completely miscalculated gold pips. So from here to here, this would actually be 420 pips, right? And the stop loss would have to be 380. And you don't want to have that large of a stop loss, right? So for me, like I said, I would like to see pullback, because we just had a breakout and we broke the strong resistance that held for a little while. I would like to see the price action come back down and test this, so we can get the entry from here and look for the 700 pip move with the stop loss of maybe, let's say, 150 pips. And now we have almost 1-to-5 risk reward. So I would rather like to see that than hold 1-to-1 risk reward with almost 400 pip stop loss. So that is on the daily. And right now it's kind of choppy. I just switched to 4-hour. It's really not making a big impulse to the upside. One thing we could do is set this here, and that could serve as a current resistance to round it up, 15-16, and see if we get a breakout above. And in that case, we could make the entry once this breaks and closes and ride it up with the stop loss of 85 pips, and the target still remains the same. And from here it will be 400 pips, so still 1 to 5 risk reward. But at the moment, you see this is the also level that the gold has rejected multiple times, right here, right there, right here, right there. Yeah, it did break, but closed back below, but then rejection there, rejection there. So it is a decent resistance zone. So I don't know if the person who asked about gold, like, was it Romania? Are you in the gold at all, or are you just looking for the entry?
No, not in gold, but I realized that K2 gave a signal for it.
Yeah, that actually TP'd at, I believe, what was it, 32 pips? Where was it? Yeah, right there. You see the buy was right here. It went in a drawdown for about 8 pips, and then it hit TP of 33 pips. And the new, and even if you're referring to the new one, yeah, it reached TP too. Right there for, what was that, 24 pips.
Okay.
Yeah, K2 is actually really amazing with the gold. As you can see here, we hit TP, here we hit TP, TP again. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 last six signals hit TP. Actually 7 8. Let me see if that one hit. Yeah, actually, they all look like they've been hitting except this one. But if you use exit strategy, then you would have closed that in profit as well. So from last, 15 signals, they all were really reliable. Yeah, I love K2 with gold. Absolutely. When the momentum kicks in gold, you just keep riding it. We have question. Oh, this, so that is, hold on, good question. That would be, it should be this. No, hold on. It should be the trade alerts, this one right here. Do you have that, Dania?
Yes, I have that.
Okay, so does it not show for you like that?
No, it doesn't show the TP and stop loss like yours.
That's really weird. I mean, you see what I have. I have pivots, I have trade alerts, K2TS, which is the one that triggers this, either buy or sell, and I have support and resistance. I mean, you can see right here in the corner.
Okay, I'll try to figure it out. Thank you.
Do you want to take a screenshot here and see if you have the same settings?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, just check that. But I mean, obviously, there's no secret. Like, this is settings that I have. That's weird. Yeah, definitely double check that and let us know so we can take a look into that.
Okay, will do.
So let me ask, right? So you're saying K2 now gives TP and SL?
I mean, for me, I mean, you see it on the screen. It reads for me. So once the signal forms, I mean, pretty much calculates it off of previous high and the low. So obviously, the low would be the stop loss, and the high would be the TP projection. Excuse me.
Okay. Does that one come with the free trial as well?
Yeah, everything, like all the whole strategy with that is composed of the indicators, it comes with it.
I think what happens is you have to have the upgraded version of TradeView in order to get I think three indicators. I think you're only allowed up to 2 indicators at the same time. So
yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, you do have to have a pro version, because you see, like I have four of them right here.
That's right.
Yeah, I have the pro version. I have about 6 different indicators, but I only have the K2TS and the K2SR. I don't have the K2 trade alerts. That's what I don't have. And I have the K2 trend meter as well. So I only have 3. I don't have the trade alert.
So are you on your trading view right now?
Yes.
Click on the indicators and select this invite only scripts and tell me what you have there.
Okay. Okay, I have K2SR, K2 trend meter, and K2 trades proprietary trading system.
So you said you have SR trade alerts and proprietary trading system.
No, SR trend meter and the proprietary trading system.
Oh, so you are missing this one, trade alerts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Let me text Sean about that. Gus, do you have it like mine is showing, or yours doesn't show either?
No, it doesn't. I don't have the upgradation yet, so I can't get the the SR. I have everything else SR. Okay. Oh, you know what? But we don't need to use the Ichimoku cloud anymore, because I can probably remove the Ichimoku cloud data and then substitute that for the SR.
Exactly. Yeah,
I haven't done that. I'm gonna do that later on.
Yeah, do that. That's actually what Sean recommended to do, because I mean, you really don't need Ichimoku, because when signal you know, fires and it's valid.
Yeah. So yeah, I have the current. I've been using the free version so far,
because this
I've been doing okay.
Yeah, because this pivot high and low, it's pretty much doing the same purpose as Ichimoku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gus, what you can do as well, Gus, you can just click on the indicator thing, and then click on the invitation only, and then you'll see if it's there. Even without adding it, once you have access to it, then it would be there. That exactly where you were showing.
Yeah, I do have it. It just won't add it.
Okay.
I already have, I think, 3 alerts on there already. Free version of TradeView only, I think, allows 3 indicators. I'm not sure 4, but since Anna said I don't need the Ichimoku indicator, I'm just gonna remove that and replace it with the SR in the K2 SR.
Yeah, you don't really need Ichimoku. I mean, as you see, I don't have it as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm just noticing it. Yeah. Right. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now.
Yeah. So I'll text Sean about it, because I mean, you see what I have. It's really, there's no hidden indicator. Like we all should have access to the same one. So let me go back to this. So yeah, I mean, you see, gold is still failing to break through 1516. So we could possibly get a retrace back down and maybe get some better buy entries. Let me check the chat one more time. I don't want to miss any requests. So we did gold, we did EU. Okay, I believe I caught up with the pair requests. Do you guys have any other pair you want me to go over?
No more for me.
Okay. All right. Let's see if someone else has any other pair you want me to take a look at.
No more for me.
Did you go over GJ?
GJ, yes, we did went over GJ. So let's go back to it real quick. Right here. So we are currently waiting to see where the retrace will finish and conclude. Essentially, for the long run, we are looking to buy this, and you know, most likely throughout the next year. But we don't really have entry for a buy right now. It would be either the break to the upside above 144, or once this pullback is complete. It did already rejected 138.2 of fibs, which is at 1.43040, but it hasn't really started making that bullish momentum, and it has few dojis on a 4-hour. So we're just gonna wait, see maybe we get this move in the London session, but again, it's the week of the New Year's, so we might not get like any high volume in it.
Okay. So on London session, what pairs would be most best to look at to trade?
Euro and GBP pairs.
Okay.
Yeah, they will mainly move. Specifically, the highest volume is GJ, GBP NZD, GBP AUD, Euro AUD, and Euro NZD. Those are the top 5 volatile pairs for the London session. Franco said CAT JPY. All right, let's check CAT JPY. Okay, let's take a look here. So it broke there. Actually, we could be getting a bullish run here. So I would, Franco, I would really try to wait this one out, see if this confirms as actual breakout, and also see if the price can remain above 83,500. If that's so, then we can target 85,300. So about 180 pips move. Right now, it's still in the downtrend on the weekly. It is somewhat breaking the trend line, and if this is able to, like I said, hold above 83,500, which is the support and the crossing of the trend line, I would definitely be interested in buying this to the upside. Yeah, so right here, as you see, it opened pretty bearish though. It did open, but again, you see this current 4-hour, it's rejecting that support with the wick. So this could be a really good entry with the, you know, I mean, honestly, even if you entered, let's say right now, your stop loss would be, I would say, 30 pips, but you're targeting 180. So it's 1 to 6 risk reward. For me, I just want to see, you know, some momentum to the upside. If you look at it on 1 hour, it already rejected. See, like 2-week rejection. So this could be really good buy trade. CAD JPY. Maori wants USD ZAR. All right, let's check USD ZAR. That's a nice pair to trade. I know a few people who do really well with it. All right, let's remove this. This is actually broke a weekly uptrend. So you looks like that USD ZAR. Okay, Roman, you get some rest. Hope you get some sleep. So for USD ZAR, I honestly see it falling further down. Another, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm gonna count this right, but looks like 187 pips. So the really support would be, I mean, we can raise it a little bit higher. It would be at 13.80700. So I would wait for that level to be reached and see if it will, you know, turn back around from that point. But you really don't want to enter the sell now if you are not in it, because if anything happens and it starts turning it around, you're gonna have to go in a huge drawdown. I would rather wait, see once we get here, are we going back up or are we gonna break below and keep dropping? But
Okay.
But it did end up breaking the uptrend. So it could be just, you know, coming back down to test this low and, you know, shoot back up. Or it could be going to test some previous lows. So I would just be a little bit patient with it, let it do its thing. See once we get to, like I said, 13.80700, and if we can maintain above that level, I would be looking for a buys. Other than that, the break below will, you know, indicate further selling.
Okay.
So yeah. It's really just you know, being a little more patient with it if you trade this.
Do you trade Bitcoin?
I used to trade cryptos a lot. Now I'm just investing in them, like buying coins and holding them.
Oh,
Yeah. Mainly investing in Ripple and Stellar right now. So yeah. That's mainly get goes for me right now.
I've seen some people trade Apple. How do I trade those?
Sorry, okay, could you repeat it one more time?
I've seen some people trade Apple, like A.
Oh, okay, so that's a stock. That's just the stock. I mean, we can add it. Here it is. So for that, you have to have a broker that allows you, obviously, to trade stock. When I was with the Hugo's Way, they did allow Apple, but like so this price, obviously, it's mainly based on the fundamentals, right? How well, you know, the company is performing. You know, so you gotta have to learn how to read their, you know, earnings reports, disclosure statements. You know, do they have any projects that are announced? You know, when is the deadline? How well they will perform, and you know, all that stuff. And I'm telling you that because I have a degree in accounting, and you really have to learn how to read, you know, balance sheet, and you know, see kind of where the company is headed. But for the most part, all the bigger companies, they perform well, even through the tough times. They, you know, they end up recovering big time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, there's really not much that, you know, I can tell you, so that, you know, you can all of a sudden learn the stocks. You have to learn how to read, you know, financial statements for you know, to look for. Some people will tell you, I'm just looking for the company that has, you know, low price, and I'm just gonna sit out and wait on it. But that's not the way to do it. Like, do you know what the company is about? Like, what they are trying to do? Do they have any plans? You know, what projects they are working on? Are they intending to acquire another company, merge with somebody? You know, those are the things you want to, you know, be researching if you're looking to invest in a stock market. And obviously that's a long-term hold, because you have
Yeah.
to, Franco, yeah, you can do, but the thing is, like, um it's it's a little bit different, right? Let's say if we were to do technical analysis here, like, where would we? Okay, so let's see here. So our support, I would say we would have support right there. Actually, no, it ended up breaking. So real support would be at 271. You can add support even here, which is at 278. But like, what do you do with it right now, right? It's what? It's all-time high, right? Yeah, so the price has never been this high for the Apple. I mean, all stocks in general. So do you know what it will do right now, right? So on Friday it closed with a bearish doji, but that doesn't mean that it will drop back down to 278. You know what I mean? So it's there's not enough historical information to really tell you what it will do next at the current level, because they are all time high. and Apple, as being Apple, is just great company. So they could just keep going higher. But if it drops back down to 278, then yeah, you could maybe make a case for, you know, buying and holding. But really the stocks are, you know, something you want to hold for, you know, even year or two, so that you really can make money, unless you have a large capital to invest and, you know, just grab, you know, smaller you know, chunks from it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Franco asked, it is not good to buy it at all-time high. Absolutely not. Because what if it starts dropping for some reason? You know, they let's say their CEO has, you know, sexual harassment case against them, like it happened with the CEO of McDonald's, and you know, their price just keeps dropping like crazy. You know, that's just one of the reasons you don't want to buy all-time high. You always look to, you know, buy low and sell high, not buy high. Because you have no prediction what Apple is up to and what they try and do. What if you know, they Q4 earnings, when they come out in January, they are underperformed, so it keeps dropping, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I just stick with Forex, you know. Because there's enough the reason the Forex is much easier than all other markets, and it's because it's repetitive, right? The patterns repeat itself, the price from the key levels repeat themselves, and you know, you just have to be able to read it, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
you can keep riding pair up and down, you know, and just keep catching the same moves all over and over again. And it's not really the same thing in the stock market, because like the stock of certain company can just keep going up for 10 years straight, right, without any pullback and falls. So or it can just all of a sudden start dropping. Where in Forex you have enough historical information and already established patterns that keep repeating themselves, from which you can base, you know, and predict future move on that pair. So it's a big difference.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers your question, Franco. Oh, Raquan left. Do we have any other question?
Yes, Anis, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted you, can you go back again and show me what you see in your trading view, your invite only scripts?
Let me see. Okay, this is.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I don't see. Wait a minute. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. I just want to check what I see. I don't think I see. I have K2SR, K2 trend meter, and K2 proprietary trading system. You have yeah, I get, oh, the alerts two. All right, all right. Yeah, I have everything basically you have there.
Okay.
My second question is about the K2 Academy. You mentioned Sean updates. I see in the back offer that he's been updating the like the webinars, right? He updates the webs.
Yeah.
But does he also update? Does he do updates on the
Greg,
on the
how you doing today, sir? Doing well. Have a good rest of your night.
Sorry, go ahead now, Gus.
Yeah, does he he updates with versions of the strategy, because the strategy, you know, has changed since I came on, you know? Like SR meet the SR indicator, for instance, and
let's take a look here.
He upped this academy, and that's going to be separate from your academy, right? You're doing academy?
Yeah, mine will be separate. Oh, okay. So is this V2 or?
Quick question. So you have 4 K2 indicators? The gentleman that was talking, you have 4 K2 indicators or just 3?
I have
he has 4.
He has some back testing thing. I don't have that. I don't know if that's.
Well, that's just that's something just Sean gave me to because I was big testing certain pairs.
Okay. Yeah, but you have 4 K2 indicators and I only have 3, so I was trying to find out if he had 4 as well.
I have 3. My scripts. I only have 3 scripts.
Okay, so you only have 3 as well. Okay.
Yeah, I have the trend meter. I have this resistance. I also have the alerts, but for some reason not showing that. I have the alert too, with the green and the red bars you're talking about. You don't have that, Miss?
Yeah, I have the TS, but I don't have the other one he has. It's K2 trades or K2 something. I can't remember what it said.
Trade alerts?
Yeah, trade alerts. That's what I don't have.
Well, yeah, which shows you the perpendicular red and the green bars. You don't have that?
No, that's the proprietary trading system. That's the K2TS. I have that
one.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, but I don't have the trade alerts that he has.
Oh, yeah. I get the alerts on Telegram. I don't know. But I also check in the on TradingView, and I see the on TradingView also. But yeah, can you know what that's about, Ennis? Because I don't see it in my scripts. I don't see that as well in my scripts.
I would just try to reach out to Sean, because he grants access to them. I don't have like access to give access, so he might have to like refresh it and see. Because I know, like, when I had the issue, he had to like reissue access to me, if that makes sense, so that I can like set it and reset it again. But like, I believe you know, it may have been because like he had also issues with the trading view, like what is it called, their developers, where they, you know, kind of flagged some of them, and we went through the whole thing with fighting with them to like reapprove them again, so that all users can use it. So if you just reach out to him, I'm pretty sure he will be able to like reset it, and you can try it again. Because I had to do that myself. But this was the question. I believe you said how to use support and resistance indicator. It's right here. It's in the academy, if you see it.
Yeah, I see it. Apparently, he updates the actual the modules, the training module. But yeah, I'll go and take a look, because it seems he has updated something.
Yeah,
and I'll reach out to him too in an email.
Okay, sounds good. Or Telegram. I mean, either one is fine.
Okay. What's his Telegram name? He's not. I don't. Is he in the also?
Is he? Well, I think he's under what K2 trades. Hold on. Yeah. So if you
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at the what is it called? You are in a premium channel, right?
Premium. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
you
The
see
Telegram.
yeah. So you see.
I mean,
go ahead.
the K2 Trades Premium talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
That's Sean.
Yeah, that's Sean. Sean Kai.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you just click on the icon that says K2 Trades. When he posts something, and then you can see option to send message. And
yes, I see it.
yeah, and he will get the message.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna start uploading the videos I made, so I can finish the academy I'm working on, and it will be similar access to it. So okay, let me see if I missed any question. Okay, yeah, nothing in the chats. So do you guys have any other questions?
I think that's it.
Okay, looks like that's it. All right, well, I will try to maybe at this point even stay up or just get a quick nap and hopefully be up for London so we can, see if there's any opportunity for some intraday trades. I know Sean.
See you later.
Okay, see you. Thanks for joining and always rocking with us.
All right.
And yeah, I'm glad to see Dania tuning in, also Franco and Maori. So thank you guys, and we'll keep doing this definitely weekly. And obviously, if any trades, I do share. I do have a separate channel, K2 price action, and we split that up. So just so you guys don't get confused, what is just the trade based on pure K2 approach, and what is the price action. So people were getting confused, so I made a separate channel for that. So there's no confusion now.
Yes.
So if
Thank you so much for your time, and
no problem, you're welcome.
So much.
You guys are welcome. Try to get some rest too, okay?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay up too. I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make the London session as well.
Yeah. Okay, well, it will be 3 a.m.
That's it.
All right. Well, I'll guess catch you later, guys.
Have a good night.
All right. Thank you too.